gentlemen, welcome to The Left Hook. My name is Mark Bland, and you're listening to us across this great nation on one of your favorite syndicated radio stations. We are hailing from, the great state of Missouri and our home station of KRLL, as well as WIBH, and wherever you may be listening right now. This show now has a co-host, ladies and gentlemen, and that co-host has been doing this now for weeks and weeks and weeks, and he is now here once again to give you what I feel is the talent you deserve. That's what you deserve. You're listening on Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time to our show because you want to hear talent. The talent that I bring to the table is one Mr. Jason Kull.
Hello, sir.
How are you, Mr. Jason Kull?
Hopefully, everyone's eating breakfast.
Hopefully.
Enjoying my talent.
Enjoying your talents, sir.
Speaking of talent, I'm looking over here.
Oh, yes. Across from us, somebody who hasn't been on the show in quite some time, but I am glad that he has reappeared out of thin air now that we are starting to rock this summer out before we run into the fall of 2026 and the election that's coming up. And I am curious to hear what this individual might have to say because I feel like he's been getting more into politics over the last few years than out of it. He used to be a little more out of it, and I've heard more things where he's discussed with me over the last few years. So things are maybe changing a little bit for our friend, but Marcus Boston is here, ladies and gentlemen. Monsieur Boston, what's up? How are you, sir?
Hey, fine, folks. I'm very well. Black, blessed, and highly favored. Amen.
We are happy to have you here. We think, first off, I want to tell you that I think you are by far one of my favorite people to have on the show.
Yes.
Every single time. No. You should agree. I would hope that you agree. But, Monsieur Boston, every time you come on the show, I have to discuss with you your life outside of the show. And, we've discussed many aspects of you as a person. We famously, the white women, all these other things. Jason,
those white women.
Remember, he gave them up. He didn't want to have anything to do with them. And
they get pregnant.
Yeah, they can.
They do.
They do. Well, around him, they do. Evidently.
They do.
Oh, yeah. When he was coming into the studio, he was getting all the women all hot and bothered is what he was doing. Yeah, he's going to become a father.
You guys will tell you.
Now, we are getting close to Father's Day, and I haven't asked Marcus.
Happy Juneteenth.
Would you by any chance, well, that was a few days ago.
Did you?
Would you by any
Yesterday.
chance, have any children that maybe you fathered that we don't know about? Would that be something that's on the board? I'm curious.
Absolutely not.
They would have found him.
They would have found him. Marcus would have hid. He would have been like, "I'm here. I did it. It was me."
You could find Marcus if you needed to.
Hey, listen, let me ask you a question. Dead serious. If a kid, like a kid came out of nowhere, like a guy came out, like 19-year-old guy, like a kid, right? Come out of nowhere and said, "My mom, blah 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 blah," said that you possibly are my father, like that, like, and times match up and all that. Like when you hear the names and stuff, you go, okay, this matches up. This could be somewhat legitimate. At that point, do you kind of dive into the idea of, okay, I'll be a part of his life as like a friend? Are you thinking more of, I want to be a father and I'm trying to be a father to someone who's already grown up for 19 years without me? But like, how do you view something like that? How would you approach it, Marcus?
It would be like being a mentor again. So like, I don't know you, young man, so let's see where you at, and then we can figure out where you want to go. It's not that big of a process. He's a human being.
Yeah,
that's fair.
See where we go.
I like where you went with that. I appreciate that. I think that's an easy way.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what is not an easy way, Marcus. As you know, here on The Left Hook, we love to discuss politics, Marcus. That's right. We talk about politics. And if there's one thing that happened in the last week that we can all discuss in politics is the fact that our friend Donald Trump went evidently he tried with Macron's wife to go with her a few times.
That's a look of
but ended up signing what seemed to be the peace deal for the Iranian situation.
Great if you're an Iranian.
In France, and It's got a memo of understanding, ladies and gentlemen.
What is that?
It's a 14-point situation that has been put together explaining how this all works, okay? Now, I can run through these real quick if you'd like. First, there's 14 of them. First one is, and I'm giving these to you in broad-based terms, guys, so that you understand. Yes. I want to make it easy for everybody to understand what we're talking about and where we are going. Could you please put the snacks away, sir? That is, I cannot even believe you didn't wait until a break or anything else.
Why he's
crazy.
Snacking.
I love you.
Why he's snacking.
I love you. No, I just get in trouble.
Donald Trump is a terrible negotiator.
Absolutely.
Like, Donald Trump would go buy a car and say he negotiated a deal, and he would end up with gap protection, extended warranty.
The most expensive one. Yeah. They'd say premium, and he'd be like, oh, yeah, give me a premium.
He would get the true code. He would get the true code.
Is that because you're black, or is that just because you chose to do it? That's the question.
I didn't know not to. Okay, it makes sense.
He would be the guy.
My damn self. My darn self.
He would be the guy in Fargo.
I was just asking out of sheer curiosity. Right? No, you're right.
He would be Spacey in Fargo, giving everyone trying to get people to buy the true code. Right. He'd buy it.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we have a 14-point memo of understanding. Basically, number one is end the war. Both sides agree to stop fighting immediately everywhere, including Lebanon, which Israel has decided they are not going to stop. They don't want to stop. They don't care what Trump says. They are just hell-bent on Lebanon, and so the promise is probably not going to end well because, Jason, what will happen?
No, they're going to bomb people.
There you go.
You know who's really gets the short end of this deal?
Who's that?
Gaza.
Yeah, they do.
Because now Israel doesn't have anybody to bomb.
Also, number two, stay out of each other's business, basically, okay? The U.S. and Iran agree not to interfere in each other's internal affairs. This could be a problem for Trump, who loves to Truth Social at 2 o'clock in the morning, some random thing that could take the war and flip it. And here's the problem. With the peace deal on the table, you can't play the jump the gas prices up, I fix some stuff and make them come back down. You can't do that anymore. So now he's got to find something else to mess with to create chaos so that he can fix it.
And we're not keeping them at 320 and pretending that they went down.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. By the way, you guys are not seeing 2 again. I don't know what you thought. you thought, the Biden 285 is so inflated and out of control. It's like, you'll never see 2 again. You guys are idiots. Yeah. You're morons. No. You're stupid people. Listen. I want you all to hear. Listen, I don't even care about this memo of understanding. I need you to understand. You're dumb people. Okay, you're listening to the show right now, and I know you're like Mark, but I'm a fan of the show. Yes. You, the fan of the show, who's listening to the show because you're more liberal, this, that, there. When I say you're dumb people, I'm talking about Republicans. You're dumb people. You don't think because this man has walked in. He has done nothing. And I'm the one who's sitting here trying to explain to you right here this 14-point memo. Number 3, timeline for a full deal. Let's try to finalize something permanent within the next 60 days. Got it. Okay. Number 4, U.S. pulls back all military. So that's done. Number 5, Iran keeps shipping lanes open. Now, this is where a problem begins, guys. Problem begins here. The Persian Gulf has been controlled by the United States and OPEC for the last 50, 60, 70 years, whatever it's been. Okay? Now, Iran and Oman, the 2 countries that are the other sides of the Strait of Hormuz and where it's located, they now control it. We have no say. We have no crinkle into any of our stuff. What we have is a situation where the United States has now lost power, lost control. Listen, we used to be able to control some of that stuff over there. It's gone now. And it's going to cost us money to use the strait, correct, Jay?
Yeah, potentially. That's what they said. I will be open to them.
Number 6, massive economic deal, $300 billion for reconciliation and to rebuild their economy. Okay, so that's $300 billion, okay? Number 7, end the sanctions, lift all the sanctions. Number 8, nuclear limits. Iran says it won't build nuclear weapons anymore. Okay? Sure, both sides will figure out what to do with Iran's enriched uranium. Okay.
Or sell it.
It's been there for probably 50 years. They've never bombed anyone. But Trump couldn't get that through his thick head.
They're going to sell it to a group of 12 guys in Chechnya.
That's right. Number 9, no escalations while negotiating. So don't say stupid things, Trump. Well, there it is. Number 10. Oil exports resume, except for the United States is not in control. You used to have Iran. Iran will allow things to happen from now on. Number 11, Iran gets its frozen monies back. There was some other monies that were frozen. They get like $25 billion of that back. 12, compliance, monitoring. Both sides are going to set up a system to make sure everybody follows the agreements. It's Lebanon. It's Israel. Like, there's no one that's going to follow the agreement. Like, Israel and Lebanon are going to just start the war back up. You guys are not paying attention. 13, phase negotiations. Early steps begin. Both sides move into negotiating remaining issues eventually, okay? And number 14, the final thing. The UN will back this. The UN that we don't want to be a part of, that we don't want to have anything to do with. Ladies and gentlemen,
they're going to try to turn it into a UN problem.
Can I explain this to you all? Okay. Marcus, do you understand what happened here? Donald Trump basically just reset everything back to what the JCPOA was. And instead of it being the way it was 4 months ago before this all started and everything was fine and the strait was open and everybody had gas and things were bad here, but that's because Trump was ICE. Remember ICE, guys? Renee Good, remember all that? Okay, all right. He was doing a lot of crazy, stupid things last year, okay? This year's election year. They're going to do even more. As we go into the fall, it's going to get worse.
He just paid them.
It's going to get a lot worse.
He paid them out till he's done, so they're going to be real aggressive around voting.
Right, and here's the problem, guys.
He paid his SS.
He didn't fix the problem. He lost us $325 billion. $25 billion was their own money, but $300 billion. And by the way, I heard J.D. Vance say something stupid like, well, if they wanted to enrich the uranium, it would cost them billions and billions of dollars, and I don't know where they get the money from. And it's like, you're getting ready to hand them $300 billion
That's a good start.
of dollars. What are you talking about? You know, and
they can sell oil now.
And you also left them with their missiles. You left all of them. Listen.
Well, because
Jason, if you're in a war, like you and me are in a war, right?
Yep.
And your job, right? I have missiles.
Yeah.
And I'm going to shoot them at you or you, right? You're his friend.
You're going to catch a stray.
And here's the problem. Here's the problem, Marcus. Here's the Marcus. But here's the problem, guys. You're shooting at me, and the whole reason you're shooting at me is you want to take my missiles or stop my missiles from hitting other people or Marcus.
Yes.
Because you want to make sure that I am obliterated. I can't fight anymore, right? My missiles are useless. So that's why you take the missiles.
Yeah.
The whole point of a war in the first place is to stop the missiles in the first place, to get rid of them. So I want to get rid of your missiles every time before the war even starts. Oh, my God, ladies and gentlemen.
Mark, but other countries have missiles, so they have to have some too.
Hashtag.
I literally said that.
Hashtag boys. Marcus, hashtag art of the deal. Art of the deal, boys and girls. Art of the deal. That's the art of the deal right there.
Stupid, man.
Isn't that a stupid negotiation? I'm sorry. I could have sworn we've been on this show multiple times.
They're in a way better position now.
We've posted on Twitter and places like that multiple times about leave the JCPOA alone. It's fine. Just get out of the Middle East. They don't want you there. You're useless to them because we're over here. And by the way, every time they say the same thing. You live over on the other side of the pond.
Yeah, leave us alone.
Like, stay on your side of the pond. It's that simple. And the United States of America, and a lot of it, listen, I'm an adult in the United States. Jason's an adult in the United States. And Marcus, you're an adult in the United States. I don't think that we need to be over there. Jason, do you think we need to be over there?
No, I don't. I mean,
Marcus, do you think we need to be over there?
It wasn't bothering nobody.
Okay,
we have a CIA. We know what's going on over there.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know we're up against the break here, but I think that we three adults right here on this show agreed right off the bat. We all three don't think there's anything as adults in America that we needed to be in the Middle East for. So if he represents us, hey Don, me, Marcus, and Jason don't think that you should be doing that. That's it.
And we have zero problem with our military being used.
And here's the issue.
I don't like that.
And once again, we're not making it about Donald Trump.
No.
We're just saying that it was negotiated bad. We shouldn't be over there. And this is a situation that just could be handled in a better way. We're not making fun or tearing you down or creating any problems for Donald Trump whatsoever. We're just being really honest and straightforward. Do you see how that works, ladies and gentlemen? Well, you know what else we're going to do? We're going to take a quick break here on the show. When we come back, we're going to have some more discussions with Marcus because I want to know about these worst cities. We'll be back after this.
And businesses that are finding new ways to make housing affordable, and those ordinary people in the Twin Cities who brave frigid temperatures, risk their own safety, standing shoulder to shoulder to look out for their neighbors and sometimes look out for strangers because they knew that was the right thing to do. I've seen it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Barack Obama, the former president of the United States, opening up his brand new presidential center with his wife and all the former presidents that are still alive and their wives, except for one president. One guy wasn't there. He just couldn't be there. He was just too busy. He had so much going on.
In Chicago.
Remember when presidents were intelligent?
Just decent.
Even George Bush sounded intelligent.
What was decent?
What did you like about that, Marcus? What was your favorite part?
It was clear. It was hopeful.
Right?
Eloquent.
It made you want to be an American again.
It did.
Made sense.
Yeah, but no, ladies and gentlemen.
The words were connected.
I think
You believed it?
Listen, when we went before the 2024 election, the week before, with Jen on the show,
yes,
we made our predictions, and I went on and I said specifically that night I wasn't going to tear Donald Trump down. I said he was my president for 4 years before. He didn't do a good job then. That's why I didn't feel he would do a good job again. So I would not reelect or hire that man to do that job again. That's why I said I wouldn't choose him. See? No tearing down, not like attacking him, not pedophilia, not Epstein or anything like that. That's eloquent. That's doing things in a mature manner, in a respectful manner when you're attacking a situation. That's what we get with great presidents, ones that actually don't act like Donald Trump, ones that are like Barack Obama, or even a Joe Biden that can speak a little bit. Like other presidents had an ability to speak. Ronald Reagan could speak. At least with him, I got speeches that were like decent. Like, come on, man. I could play a Ronald Reagan speech today. Well, I can play a Ronald Reagan speech today, and it still resonates, and people go, okay, I understand.
Even the Space Force one was good. I said, that's stupid, but he made it sound good.
I bet Ronald Reagan would have never have said that, he believed the premier of Russia.
He can read a script. We know that much. He's
over his own CIA.
I just feel like we live in this really weird world now, and okay, I got Obama right there, okay? I feel like I can just wipe this dude off the board, put Obama back in for a little while, let him handle his business. Well, listen, I'm not saying that I need him for another 5 to 10 years. I just say give him one more term, right? Trump wanted to do another term. This guy, let him do another term. And now I know everybody, all the liberals are on their shows now with Occupy Democrats and Lincoln Project and everything, and they're talking about how Obama needs a third term. No. Right now, we need somebody to right the ship. Yeah. That's our issue, ladies and gentlemen. And I know that Obama's a decent person when it comes to righting a ship. He's done it before. So it's that simple. I don't care if he's black. I don't care if he's white. I just know he's good at his job. And by the way, we just said that he's an eloquent speaker. We said he's good at what he does. We didn't sit there and say, oh, it's because he's black, he needs to do this, or oh, because of that, or whatever. Nope. Straight up, the dude's just good at what he does. Why would we not want that? Do you want that?
I love human decency. It goes a long way with me.
Jason?
We need it. Not even
we
so much
need it.
I want it. We need it.
We do need it.
This country is falling apart.
And
it's
we
one
had it, we didn't
problem.
appreciate it. Now look what we got.
Right? Like he truly has made divisiveness
Obama's
the way
who we
to
wanted to be. Trump is who we are.
Yes. Like,
and that's the problem.
Like we saw it when Obama showed up. We saw the divisiveness was there, percolating underneath. The racism started showing up. Sarah Palin kind of came through and planted all the seeds.
Yeah. Oh, that 2008 year. That 2008. Yeah. Right? Oh, the Tea Party for sure.
Let me see your papers, boy.
She planted the seeds of stupidity, and then Trump came through and cut it all down.
But you know what? Everybody always forgets. Everybody always forgets the greats that were helping them along the way. And I like to remind everybody that in 2008, that great was a guy by the name of Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah.
He was the big name that was helping him along.
He was.
And by the way, after him, there was another name. You said the Tea Party. Well, by the time we get to 2010 and 2012, the person that's helping them along is this guy by the name of Glenn Beck. Glenn Beck and Dana Loesch. They're helping them along. Oh, yeah. And now that Trump had his last term and this term, the person that's been helping him along, honestly, in the first term, weirdly, maybe Tucker Carlson could be arguably the person helped along, but in his second term and the 4 years prior to the second term, it's been Sean Hannity the entire time. It's the Sean. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, okay, which is funny because you would think that a Mark Levin, the way he goes over the top, would be way more down Trump's alley, but evidently, no. There is a weird piece, ladies and gentlemen, we haven't talked about. We talked about the JCPOA and the Iran deal earlier and all this other stuff. We have not at all talked about the individuals that are... Did you eat another cookie, sir? I swear, ladies and gentlemen, I am trying to do a show here. I am literally in the middle of the show. I swear to God, I'm not trying to be rude. I love my friend Marcus O.B. Monsieur Boston, he's a good dude. He's a great dude.
We'll go get eggs after.
This man has got Cheez-Its, and he's got Nutri-Grain bars, and he's got Sun Cruisers. He's got all kinds of stuff.
None of it matches.
It's delicious. Hey, listen.
I'm on vacation.
He's on vacation. He is on vacation. It is delicious, correct? It's delicious.
Oh, my God.
It's delicious.
Bars are great.
It is delicious. Right? It is delicious.
Strawberries and blueberries. This fantastic.
Okay, I was talking about Iran and the JCPOA and something special that was going on with that and that we didn't talk about. I can't remember what it was we were running into.
But the new usual suspects is still Hannity.
Oh, yeah.
But we've got Mr. Pop Collar.
I mean,
Jesse Waters.
He has his own social media site. Like, what kind of president has his own?
That look just like Twitter,
on, bro.
And then some moronic.
Who's over there?
There's nobody over there. See, that's the thing. Every time the Republicans every time there was something that was good in life, the Republicans were the ones. Listen, the other day, the Todd Blanche was announcing some DOJ stuff that they were trying to go after. And they discussed the idea of a Facebook post that somebody had put up as justification for why they were going to go. It's Facebook jail. See, what it is a bunch of people in COVID in 2020 were stuck at home and they had to get on their phones. And they like Roseanne at 2 o'clock in the morning, it's like a gun. And they posted too much. And they said something stupid. Now, Jason's been down this road. Jason knows.
Oh, sure.
Jason has trolled out and been in Facebook. We've talked about it on this show multiple times.
It hasn't happened in a while.
Okay, it's been a while, but you've been there before. You're a felon. You are a felon. Facebook felon, sir. Now, here's the thing.
Like Mary Todd.
Now, here's the problem, ladies and gentlemen. The problem is that Facebook jail was just a joke. It was a meme. It was something that they would give you like a 2-day ban for saying something that you shouldn't. You always said something that you shouldn't. Right? Everybody always, I never said anything that was wrong. And then you would hear what the person said. You go, yeah, that probably is definitely the thing you shouldn't have said. Okay.
Definitely not the worst thing you could have said.
Correct. See, that's what it always is.
That's what it is.
What they meant to say is, it's not the worst thing I could have said. Right. That's what they wanted to say to you. But what they said to you was, I didn't say what I said. And then they go, oh, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. That's it. Okay. But now it's Facebook jail. These are the people during that time period that were going to Facebook jail and getting stuck there. And they were mad. And it was, because liberals control this and liberals control that and Biden's president and this, that, and the other. It's what you're just against us. No, you lost the election because your president sucked for 4 years. We turned against him then and hired a different person. Now we don't. I swear, ladies and gentlemen, maybe I'm crazy. Marcus, what do you think the chances between me and you, sir? Watch your elbow on the table there. What are the chances? What are the chances between me and you that the Republic? You're gonna bump the microphone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, no. What are the chances that you feel that the Republicans could possibly turn this country back around into a normal direction? I mean, even 2/3 of the way. Like just 2/3 of the way.
Not without a doubt.
What are the chances that could happen?
0.
You say zero, and you're
Only
an
one
adult
way.
who pays taxes out of your paycheck for. By the way, right now you go to work every day. Now I know you're on vacation. I understand. Have another Cheez-It. Get you a Cheez-It. Back outside. Yeah, we back outside. I understand. Yo Gotti. All right, now so here's the deal. Check this out. I feel like, as a person that lives in the United States of America and has a paycheck that has money taken out of it every single week, some of that money's going into these dumb crypto things for Trump right now because you're paying federal taxes, and that goes to his piggy banks and all the ability in Doge to touch everything. That's got to make you angry every day that you think about that, and you don't have any control over that. They're not giving it back to you. If you went and knocked on the door, they ain't giving it back to you. Would they give it back to you, Jay?
Tariffs.
No.
What happened to the tariffs?
Yeah, I thought we were getting money.
Where's our Doge checks?
Yeah.
Those tariffs. What? What
That
happened
was a robbery. A robbery by a trillionaire.
I blame the white people.
I
I blame the white people, too.
What y'all gonna do to fix it?
Well, here's the problem,
We
ladies and
need God
gentlemen.
to step in real
I
quick.
don't feel that Donald Trump or anybody around Donald Trump should be leading this nation moving forward. Now, I'm not saying that there's some bona fide guaranteed person on the left side or an independent that should step in and take the job right now that I'd go, oh, yep, that person definitely. But I would say there are some people out there that I could see within range. Like, I've seen John Ossoff enough to where I could say, he's got a decent head on his shoulders. I feel like that's a guy that could be a great senator, congressperson.
Of course, don't vote him out. because
Or
he's
vice
smart.
president or president.
This guy's smart and doing a great
It's
job.
about
We
the
should
people
vote
you
him
have
out.
around you.
Well, yeah, sure. I want more people like Mouskowitz. Okay? Jamie Raskin. I want people like those guys handling business and trying things. I didn't say I need prim and proper, good-looking, great-looking people. And I didn't even say I needed J.B. Pritzker, okay? What I said was there are people. I do feel like, you got Newsom out there, and he is probably in the front running for this situation.
Face-wise and branding.
And I know that everyone on the right's going to hate him because he ain't Trump. He ain't MAGA. Also, I'm going to run something by you guys real quick.
Right.
I think I figured out what they're going to do with J.D. Vance. I think I figured out how they separate J.D. Vance with this whole Iran deal from Donald Trump to get the stink off him so that he can run in 2028. Here we go. J.D. Vance was involved in the negotiations on this Iran deal, but so was Marco Rubio and a bunch of other people. He's kept quiet for the most, but he's actually put some of his opinions out lately on some shows, and it seems like he doesn't like the way that Israel is dealing with this whole Lebanon situation either, and Trump is kind of Bibi's boy. And what I'm thinking is Trump's going to side with Bibi in this argument where Vance is going to be like, no, we need to stop having Israel screwing up our situation because he wants things to like slow down. He's got a career moving forward to think about while you're getting old and probably doing what old people do, going by the way of the dodo. And so, ladies and gentlemen, to get the stink off him, now there looks to be a separation between these two over this Iran thing. Trump blames him. Now he becomes like Pence. I don't have the connection there anymore. Yeah. Now people are going to be given a choice. You don't have to be MAGA anymore. You can still be you in the same mindset, but you can just come over here. And it's a whole new thing with Vance and Peter Thiel and Elon Musk and young people. Younger people running everything and controlling everything. And that's not always the best idea either. And by the way, all these people are my age. They're 50 and they're 54 and 55 and 56. Like they're our age, ladies and gentlemen. They're up in their 40s and 50s. So that's what I'm trying to say. That's who's going to try to run the country, and that's how they're going to break it apart. And I'm calling it now. I just said it right here on the show. This is how they do it. And then he doesn't have to worry about the MAGA aspect anymore. It's gone. It's over.
No more 80-year-old people. No more. I think 75. 75, get off.
We could talk about that when we come back if you want, like term limits and the idea of it.
Come on. Don't they start testing you for your driving after like 65 or something like that? Don't you have to go and get like a whole test, right?
Well, yeah.
You have to.
Well, wait. He's had multiple cognitive skills, and he's been able to point at an apple.
Can you imagine? Like that's not an IQ test.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break here on the show. When we come back, we're going to finish it up with myself, Jason, and Marcus right after this.
'Cause I'm in the stars tonight, so watch me bring the fire, set the night light. Shoes on, get up in the morning.
All right, welcome back to The Left Hook. Me, Marcus, Boston, as well as Jason Kull, hanging out here with you guys. And during the break, we were talking about the ballroom. Marcus, the ballroom is it's being paid for out of your bank account. We talked about bank accounts before the break and how yours was being used. That's another thing that your bank account's being used on is the ballroom.
Yeah, because we need that.
Do you think you and me could go do a show there? Do you think that we could go do one of your shows, Cognac Corner, or Let's Talk Big Fella, or any of them?
Like anything?
Soulardians?
No, we're not scammers.
We're not scammers. Always Forward Media can't bump out there and
no, not unless you be Nicki Minaj and
which, by the way, is Always Forward Media still doing local events and local situations? Like, are you still taking on new clients and working with different people over the stuff at Always Forward?
Yeah, well, if you need some help, know where to find me.
We know where to find you.
Know where to find me. Yeah,
at the dartboard.
Definitely at the dartboard.
Definitely at the dartboard.
Not far away from the studio.
Not far away from. That's true. You aren't far away from a studio at any one given time.
I have a very efficient, healthy lifestyle.
You have a very, very efficient. Well, someone on Reddit wanted to know what the worst city in the U.S. was. Okay? And this is bound to ruffle some feathers, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Oh, no.
It's not our fault.
What's the worst city you've been to in the United States? And people did not hold back, okay? So these are not in order, but these are some of the answers people gave, okay? You ready for this? Let's take a look at this one.
Let's see what's happening.
I hated Cincinnati. Just straight out, I hated Cincinnati.
Okay.
Anybody been to Cincinnati? I've not.
I was really close. We thought about going, but we were just done with the trip.
That's fair. Yeah. That's fair. Salt Lake City. I don't know why it gives me the creeps. I have been to Salt Lake City. It is, okay, it's a Mormon's town, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Mormon's state. And if you don't understand the Mormons, they keep to themselves, but they want to have a lot of children. Like families, and by the way, not just one wife, like 5 wives with 12 kids each. Like it's Warren Jeffs all the time. So it is creepy because
they all have
it's
really
like
good jobs.
They call them sects. They don't call them cults. We should just call them cults. Like they say sex, but
they'd stop doing
it. SECTS, sex. Barstow, California. It's hideous and looks like Mad Max's wasteland. Okay. Camden, New Jersey. The absolute zero of New Jersey.
That's crazy.
A friend of mine lives in New Orleans, and she says the best thing about a hurricane is that it floods a few inches and cleans the streets up for a day.
I have heard
She
New
definitely
Orleans
was white
dirty.
that said that, because that's a little bit of racism.
You said that?
No, that's a lady that said it was white, because that's the racism all in.
Well, possibly. Or what if you're a white woman that lives in New Orleans and has watched this with your own eyes? Can you? But at that point, no question. It's question.
Yourself.
It's more
No, sir. The question is.
like
can you ask about the things you've seen with your own eyes? Is that allowed? Because that would be allowed, I would say, in normal circumstances anywhere. If I lived somewhere and I seen it with my own eyes, I could comment and say, I have seen this.
It's what you say, it's not how you say it.
Well, yeah, but if the white person says it's a few inches and it cleans the streets up for a day, they're talking about the streets physically being dirty all the time.
Stay away from that.
Okay, all right. You're just trying to turn everything into racism, okay?
That's why I show up.
Toledo, Ohio. It's the physical representation of depression. Oh, my God.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's good.
That is good.
I don't know how to. I don't know what to call that. That's
the
just
physical representation of depression. But now, see, I've never been to Toledo, Ohio. But think about it.
Man,
now, listen. If I looked at a city,
go now.
if I roll up on your city as I'm driving towards it, and I see the skyline pop up, and it makes me go, depression. It just feel depressed. That's kind of wild. This person said, Daytona Beach disappointed me so much. For somewhat famous beach town, I expected so much more. It's really run down.
Okay.
Now, I have been to Daytona Beach, and it is it's a boardwalk town, guys, type thing. Like this, anything that's like those only open for the summer, like Lake of the Ozark type
It's
location.
meant for people to come in the summer.
Yeah, that's what it's for, like seasonal, and it's very like the locations that they have built up for things are very like shabby, and it's like just it's not permanent.
It's
is
those
what it
towns
is.
with stores that don't have doors.
Exactly.
Because there's boardwalk. Everybody just walks.
It's just the air blows through all the time.
A gate.
Number 8, Los Angeles. I could feel the smog sticking to my skin. That's awesome.
Okay.
And now this one's good. And someone said Springfield, Illinois. And the responses were Springfield, Missouri, Springfield, Massachusetts, and Springfield, Oregon, too. Anything named Springfield, ladies and gentlemen.
Bravo.
Springfield, Illinois is not so bad.
That's good. Bravo.
So the number one worst city was Springfield, Illinois, when ranked. When ranked, it was Springfield, Illinois. Number 2 was Cincinnati.
Oh, wow.
Number 3 was Salt Lake City with the creeps. But number 4, East St. Louis.
Ouch. Oh. What are you doing?
Number 5 was Barstow. Number 6, Gary, Indiana.
There are a lot of empty
That's
lots.
the home of Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Gary.
Gary's got what East St. Louis has going on. Just a lot of empty buildings.
Now, this person said, let me see here. This one ranked is...
And that makes it look bad.
Hold on.
But there's nobody in them, so it's not dangerous.
No. There's Oklahoma City coming number 7.
Oh,
that place is a cement S-hole, which is hilarious. Like, that's just hilarious.
Ow. I've driven through there. Pay attention, though.
I'm trying to see if there was anything else that we missed that wasn't on the list.
Most
boring was number 12. Most boring, definitely Indianapolis.
I've been to Indianapolis a couple of
It's
times.
boring, though. Like, I've said this myself, ladies and gentlemen. It's a boring town.
They have a cool cemetery.
Listen,
Really nice.
I don't care how many Super Bowls or NCAA tournaments or whatever you do in Daytona.
Indy 500.
Indy 500s. Yeah, I said Daytona. I meant to say Indy. I don't care. It's a boring town, though. Like, it's they don't have... Sorry,
really good city.
I disagree.
A really nice Reuben
now,
at this place.
they might go, Mark, St. Louis is a boring town, and I might
Downtown
go...
St. Louis is boring.
It can be.
But you got to go outside of the city. I don't know. You know what? There's kind of set up.
Who's got a better city? Who's got a better city, you think? St. Louis or Indianapolis, Indiana?
There's more to do. There's more
We
restaurants.
are a neighborhood city. We're not a downtown
That's what I'm
city.
saying.
Well, yeah, we are a neighborhood city. We have like different sections and neighborhood. But that's kind of like more like a New Orleans and some of those where they got the different like the French Quarter and the this and that. We are kind of like that. Indianapolis is not like that. It's just like a big city. Like, you know what it reminds me of? You go to like a silver dollar city and it's like this quaint amusement park built into like this nice hills and it's all like, hidden and it's kind of cool and quaint, right? And then you go to like Cedar Point or you go to like Chicago to go to Six Flags and it's just like, here's just a cement parking lot and they plopped everything in the middle of it and it's just sunny everywhere.
Are the Pacers in Indianapolis?
Yes, the Pacers are in Indianapolis.
They have sports to anchor them. Like Indy,
they do have some sports. They got the Colts.
They got the Colts. They got the Fire. Or not the Fire. What's the girls team? They got them.
Fever.
They
got
Caitlin
Clark. I still feel
the Indy 500.
Now they've got more.
Now, NFL team.
Based off what I just said, it sounds like they have more going on with their town than we kind of do with ours. Because if I was to break down St. Louis, I'd say, St. Louis is the Cardinals. You can go see the Cardinals. We have a zoo that's beautiful. You can go to the Arch.
Zoo you can't get downtown.
You go to the Arch.
Mm-hmm. I'm talking all that stuff in
we got the Blues. Right, we got the Blues.
Yeah, the Blues you can walk to.
You got the Cardinals, the Blues. What else do we got? We've got
you can go to the Arch.
We've got the St. Louis City. That's 3 of them.
Yeah, you can go to the Arch.
Right. I've got wait. I got hockey. Baseball is Cardinals. I don't have a football team, and
you do. You got an AFL.
I don't have a basketball team.
You got an AFL team or UFL team.
Yeah, we got all that. We got UFL. Yeah, we got the Battle Hawks.
We got the Battle Hawks.
We do have the Battle Hawks.
I hear you.
We do have the Battle.
I hear you.
Why are you trying to make him feel like he should care? Like I don't care.
I just want to yell at him.
So
felt timely.
It's your city.
I felt like
But I think what's really hilarious is Springfield, Illinois. Do you notice how it's so close to everything? So East St. Louis is right next to St. Louis.
It's the capital.
Springfield, Illinois is an hour away from St. Louis. Like, do you see like all the cities are around St. Louis? It's like, you know what they're trying to tell us, guys? I guess St. Louis is a horrible city, and all the towns around it are boring and horrible and crappy towns. You shouldn't want to live here.
You just have to move around. You just
But it wasn't time.
You got to move at all times. You won't get shot. Yeah, you got to keep moving. Zag, zigzag. I said zag again. Zag again.
You know, other cities have the big downtowns where everything's there and you can do a bunch of stuff, but St. Louis, you gotta bounce around. You know, you gotta go out of town.
You gotta have courage.
You gotta go out to Riverport to go to a show. You gotta go to the zoo. You gotta, downtown. You can only go to the Arch or
That's fair. That's fair. I
to the
understand.
Cardinals during the summer.
I understand. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Or I guess the city plays during the summer.
I am getting close to the end of the show, but something that I wanted to pop up that I thought was interesting was this little story. Did you know that Woody from Toy Story has a last name?
I didn't. Is it?
You're forgiven if
Woody
you didn't.
Andes?
If you didn't know, you're forgiven because even Tom Hanks had no idea. So it's all right.
I didn't know they did.
During a recent interview to promote Toy Story 5, a journalist revealed to Tom that Woody's last name is Pride, Pride, same as Jesse's. So yeah, it sounds like they're related.
Cousins or something.
Yeah, when
Speaking of Woody, do you know when you buy a toy or video game or anything, that's not Tom Hanks. That's Tom Hanks' brother.
Wait,
Tom Hanks' brother does Woody's voice in games, in video games, and toys.
Oh, really?
And
is his voice that close to us?
Yeah, they played it. I was on a show I watched.
Wow, I did not.
Yeah,
Now
so his
that
brother
makes
gets
sense.
that money.
Hey, but you know what?
But perfect.
That
Sounds
is
just like
perfect. He just is doing. His job is I want to be a voice actor and
Right.
make sounds, and I'm going to get paid to do it. And
these
what sounds do you
guys-
want me to make? The sounds of the same as your brothers. Oh, okay, cool. I can do that.
And Tom Hanks isn't going to sue you over it.
Before we get out of here, ladies and gentlemen, we have had Monsieur Braston on the show.
Yes.
And
Hey, guys.
before we get out of here, I started the show off telling everybody about your love life and how we used to have 2-hour-long shows. Now we have an hour-long show, and I try to pack everything into this hour, and it's tough to do. At the same point, I try to entertain the people, and I want to know, number one, do you have someone in your life, sir?
No.
He's
It
just
has not come to fruition for you.
No.
He's just straight up
Okay.
banging. That's what
Have you been, as he said,
doing
talking to the ladies?
No.
Oh, what are you doing?
Oh, you've
matter
not
with
even been
you?
talking to the ladies. Have we become militant?
No, I enjoy my own company more.
You enjoy your own so like being alone? Like just not being around
like
people?
I do enough to where I don't feel like paying for you. I don't too much delusion.
Now, do you have a lot of friends? Do you have a good social friend
Yeah.
structure? See, okay, so everybody's a little different. I don't.
Yeah.
I never have because I've kind of always been the solo host or had a co-host, you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like been my life is with that. And so like I don't have this strong friend structure. And I'm not one of those people that's got a personality that it's everybody's cup of tea. So like but I know that. I know that. Other people don't understand that about themselves. You might have a more open friend structure like my wife that has a lot more friends and people like that. I wish I had something like that because it's different than what I've got in my life. Jay, how are you? Do you have a small group or a large group?
company we keep.
Do you have a small group?
I do have a small group.
So he's got a small group.
I have a small group.
I have levels. Like it's levels.
You have levels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, I have a small group, but the ability to get into a large group if I wanted to. Like I have things I could do. But
See, I don't even have
really
the
want
things
to.
I could do. Like I have things
But it's limited.
I can
It's
create.
limited.
But then that's the other thing. I've gotten to a point of popularity where I can kind of go do things like hang out with the Savannah Bananas or be backstage at an NCAA game or whatever it is. Like I have the ability to do some of that now within my career. So I take advantage of those situations. Others don't get to do that, but those things I have to ride solo on a lot anyway. So it's like, okay, you end up being your own ship out in the middle of the sea.
Like I literally do not know how people at the Enterprise Center can watch anything from up in the
Press box?
In the press box. It is on the ceiling.
Yeah.
It is on the
The dome
ceiling.
is the same way. It's up high.
But we do love our friends at the Enterprise. They're good people. Good people.
You gotta have eyes. It's a great seat, but I don't have good eyes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank our friend Marcus Boston for being on the show today. thank you so much, sir, for being here.
Thank you, sir. I always enjoyed the pleasure.
Jason Kull, thank you so much for being on this show. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget that we do have elections coming up later this year. You're going to get inundated with a lot of commercials, a lot of people that are going to be hitting you up, okay? We have to ignore all the Trump craziness that he's going to bring to the table. Yes. And with people like myself and Marcus and Jason trying to lead the way to help you guys understand what's going on in this crazy world with politics. But stick with us. Yes. You can find us at markbland.net. That's markbland.net. And we will see you guys on the next show.
If you got a big, let me search it to find out how hard I gotta work. Yeah, it's your primitive and yet it's your